Hello? Hello! Hi, I'm Amy Elizabeth, and welcome to my very first cosmetic vlog. And I am calling this a vlog rather than a tutorial because part of what I'm doing is blogging, all of what I'm doing, I guess. But I know that there are thousands and thousands and thousands of makeup tutorials online. And a few years ago when somebody recommended it, that I do it, I thought, who wants to listen to me talk about the best eyebrow pencil or foundation or whatever? Who wants to hear about all that stuff from me? When really inside I knew, like, I'm an expert, so who wouldn't listen to me? So then finally I recently decided I do want to do several things, and one of them is share my knowledge of what I have for a big passion for me, which is cosmetics. I used to work in the cosmetic industry and salons, hair salons, and I maybe will again someday. My dream is to have a cosmetic company. I know that there's that one woman, and I do not remember her name. She is a young Asian woman, American, I believe, and she did all these tutorials that just like blew up, and then she has a cosmetic company now. So that'd be really cool if that happened to me, but I'm not banking on that. Anyways, I basically would just like to share several essentials. Now, hopefully I have enough light here. I did just blend this in, which I probably should have waited. There's a couple things that I would say pay special attention to. Number one, foundation, concealer, powder, anything you do with your skin is the hardest thing to shop for. Women my age know, teenagers need to learn. It's A, you have to have something that matches your skin color. B, you have to have something that's wearable. C, something that does not make you sweat. I guess that's wearable. And something that will come off easily at night. Those are not terrible things to ask for, terribly too much. So what I would just say, there's several little things that I discovered not too long ago that I thought were brilliant and that I need to share. So I have a few friends that I share these tips with, and sometimes they'll try something that I tried and it'll really work for them, or they'll just say, oh, it didn't really work for me. And that's the thing about especially skin products, not just cosmetics like mascara. Skin products are very individual, I was going to say experience, but everybody has their own skin. I have combination skin as well as my best friend, and so we use a lot of the same things, and so we'll share tips and stuff with each other. The one thing that we both use and have been using for many years is Color Stay foundation. And again, we have combination skin, so we use the combination. There is one that's for dry, normal skin. And we also use, let's see, the concealer that matches it. It's just this cute little wand. And sometimes I'll use it if I have like an extra red blemish. These are for extreme cover-up. I don't like it when advertisements use that, but I'm blotchy, and my friend has some blotchiness, blemishes. We're both the same, and so it's not horrible, actually. We don't look too much different without makeup, but it does cover what we need, and it stays on all day. Every makeup should stay on all day. I don't know where this Color Stay long wear BS came from, but since the beginning of time, they've been trying to make things that will stay on well and be comfortable at the same time. Now they've really mastered a lot of those ingredients, and you also don't have to deal with things like chemicals you can't pronounce or mineral oil, fragrances. Don't ever buy that foundation or concealer or powder with any junk in it. Find something that's good for your skin and go with it. So I've been using that for a while because CoverGirl, that Allison and I were both wearing, they decided to stop making their foundation. I was trying to think of the name of it. Was it Smoothers? Brush Complexion? Yeah, I think that's what it was. And we'd worn it for years, and they just stopped making it. And they didn't call us, they didn't write, no nothing. So then we stumbled and we found Color Stay. So, funny story about Color Stay. I remember when it first came out 100 years ago. It was actually the late 90s. And I was thinking, I think it was like 96, because I was working at a store then that sold it. And the new concept was Color Stay. Yes, as again I was saying, it should have always been like that. But they started making Revlon. Revlon started making foundation, and they started making concealer. And I think they did the polish back then, but they did make lipstick. Now they make just about everything. So the story was that back then in '96, they had put some different ingredients in it that didn't really agree with us. It was almost like concrete. So you would put the products on and they'd cover great. They looked awesome. But you couldn't get off the foundation at night. It was like you'd wash and you'd literally see it like it was clay. It was really weird. These days, it will come off. What you have to do though, here's another secret: wash whatever cleanser you like at night. The one thing that people are finding is that these color stay products, long wear, they're not coming off with a normal soap. So it's great for swimming, it's great for humid atmospheres. If you have warm, if you're where your place of work is, this is typically warm there. Sorry, Allison. Stays on all day, right? But what you need to do with any foundation, try this, ladies. When you wash it off at night, do it tonight. Take a cotton ball with some rubbing alcohol or one of the makeup remover pads and wipe your forehead or your cheek or something. See if makeup still comes off on your hand. That means that your cleanser's not doing the total job, which is okay. It means your makeup stayed on really good. But what you just need to use is like a makeup wipe or cotton ball, a few cotton balls at night with some rubbing alcohol, and then put your moisturizer on, and the makeup will come off. So there's a tip, because I was talking to somebody, and I'm not going to name her name, that I used to work with, and she used the same foundation. We were talking about how great it was, and she said she didn't use anything else other than cleanser to get it off at night. She used some kind of soap, and I said, oh, you didn't notice that there's like a film left? You didn't use something to take it off, like makeup remover or anything? She's like, no, it comes off. And I was like, oh my God. And she had problem skin, and so I'm just thinking, her skin could be not such a problem if she would actually like just do one more step at night. So it's not that hard. I'm still getting used to this camera up here. I'm used to my phone a little bit more, so I'm trying to stare right into the camera and not look down at my screen too much. So please forgive me if it's a little bit off. Okay, so the main reason I wanted to do this vlog was share this secret that I found. A couple little things, but this thing I found last summer, and I just found it at Ulta. I don't remember why I bought it. I just wanted to do something different. I think it was warm then, and my face is getting a little bit oily during the day. I'm somebody that's out and about a lot. I take the bus, so I walk to places, take the bus, walk from places, so I'm used to the environment. You know, sometimes, like, it's been smoky this week because of all the fires, so, you know, we've been keeping the window shut. My eyes get irritated when I go outside. I always wear makeup, even when it's just a day off and I go outside, because it is a protectant for your skin, for your pores, from all the toxins that are in the air. And I would recommend anybody do that, especially if you have problem skin. If you're just having your day off and you need to run to the store or something, just put something on, okay? So I found this and I bought it, and it was $3, I think. I've been through about 20 of them now. And what is it called? It is called Essence. E-S-S-E-N-C-E. Now this brand is extremely inexpensive. I've worn their nail polishes. That's how I knew about them. They sell it at Ulta and Fred Meyer's. Those are the only places I've seen it. Maybe they have them at Walgreens or something. But yeah, everything's really inexpensive. And what you do with this, it's called All About Matte. Now, a lot of cosmetic lines are coming out with them now. I did try the Revlon one. I thought it was awful. They're all white and they're transparent. And what they're kind of mimicking is makeup that is used for television and movies and still photography to basically mattify and reflect any shine, unless you want that little shiny look. So what you do with this, and again, this is the best one I found, and I gave it to several of my friends and they really liked it. You can use this a little bit under your foundation. You just put a little around your T-zone and then put your makeup on. So you put your foundation, your concealer, and your colored powder. I call it embalming powder because the first time my mom saw me with it, she said, oh my God, I think she said I look dead. So what is that? It's awful. You can't go out of the house with that. So it's really, really white. See? Ta-da! And so I use just a powder puff. And remember, ladies, change these frequently. You can even wash them in antibacterial soap if you want to. And you just, let's see if I can show you how white it is. That's pretty white. It does look like baby powder. I put it usually over my foundation, and then I let it sit for a moment, and then I take one of these fabulous brushes. This is a CoverGirl one, which is amazing. I didn't know it was going to be like that. I just bought it in the CoverGirl section. And it's really soft. I washed it a couple times. So you take it, and after you put the embalming powder on, you just let it sit for a minute, and then you go. Just so it's still there. It's blended. Usually most of the year I've been able just to leave the house after that, but lately I've had a little bit more color because of it being summer, and so I do need to put on a little bit of color powder after this. Now your skin might be darker than mine anyways. I'm pretty albino, so you can use a little bit of a color powder just after it. So get whatever your favorite one is. Next time I'm going to tell you what my new favorite one is, because that's really hard to buy too. So this is Essence. It's $3, and it's like, at least at Ulta or whatever in the standard wall display, it's at the very bottom. And I didn't even really find any compacts with color of theirs. I wanted to try one, and they have bronzers, and I did try the bronzer. I have to say I could not breathe through it. It's really nice. It's about this size, but it's like a mosaic, multicolored browns. And I couldn't breathe. I really wanted to try, keep wearing it, but it just didn't work. So, and then the one other thing I wanted to tell you about is I discovered a few years ago, I hadn't used them in a long time, so I rediscovered them. These are super cheap. You can get them at Walmart and Target for some brand. I don't know what that is. I think it's a Q-tip brand. But this one is Premier Value. Super, super cheap brand. It's a generic brand that is sold at certain drugstores, I believe, and grocery stores. This one I got at Bartell's. This is a Northwest drugstore. Northwest family-owned Bartell's. Hello, Bartell's. I love you. Sometimes I don't love their prices, but this one was pretty good. It was only $3, and you get 80 of them in there. Now, it is a Q-tip, but see, this end is a little pointier, and then this end is flat. So it's like two-sided. So the greatest thing is just have one of these with you, and you can, when you do your mascara, like a lot of people, I get it right here on my lid or up here. So you can just take it off, or you can blend your liner right here. That works really well too. Or you can use this to like blend in some eyeshadow or just eye pencil. You blend, blend, blend. It is one-time use, of course. Toss it out afterwards. That's totally hygienic to do that. Let's see, and again, they are only $3, so that's really cool. The only other essential thing I'm going to tell you about right now is, I don't know how I lived without this. And I have turned it on to so many people, and they're like, where did you find this? Where did you, people are amazed when they see it. They see it because I carry it with me normally, because I do my makeup on the bus. That's a whole other story. I do it fast. I do my foundation at home. I do everything else on the bus, and it works awesome. And so if I'm on the bus with this dangerous thing and I haven't poked my eye out, I wouldn't recommend it. It is kind of dangerous. So when I was in high school and my eyelashes were huge, if you can see, hard to see, and I was wearing mascara as a young woman, I used those plastic combs, and they're terrible. So I went to the sewing kit, and I got a pen or a needle, and I would do that, and it would take me a while. And people were always shocked when they saw this. Oh, it's so dangerous. And Julia Roberts did it in a movie with Tom Hanks. That may have been the Larry Crown Affair. And I remember thinking, oh, that's so funny that she's doing that. And Julia was on an interview about that time saying she did that for real. But now there's this. So this is made by Tweezerman, and it is sold at Sally's and I think some certain Rite Aids and Ulta. It's about $13. It lasts me, I go through a couple a year. The reason why is when I clean this with a little rubbing alcohol, usually once at night or a couple times a week, it does start to just wear a little bit. And so it will pop out of the little thing right here. And then that's when I get my Gorilla Glue. I don't know how many people use Gorilla Glue, but it's awesome. It's super glue, but it's made by somebody called Gorilla. It's made by a big gorilla. And so you just push it back in there. So sometimes the teeth will fall out because I might rub them too hard with alcohol, or yeah. But what you'll want to do is just get your mascara. I recommend thickening the mascara to everybody. If you don't, that's stupid. They all should be one mascara. I don't know why there's so many different types. We all want long, thick lashes, right? You want them to be a different color depending on your hair color, or you want to do purple for fun. Totally get that. But that's just a big scam. Mascara should be the same for everybody, and they all should have a nice thick brush, and maybe the brushes should be individualized. You can pick whatever the heck you want. I have big eyes, big lashes, so I have big room for a brush. But some people have smaller eyes, they just need a little whatever. So yeah, so get one of these. This, I'm telling you, I've given this to a few people as a gift, and it worked out great, they said. So now my dog's barking in the background, and I might have to go right now. They're outside being sheriffs watching the neighborhood. So basically, those are my recommendations. Again, I've been doing this a really, really long time, and I like to share things because I think that's when you hear from somebody you know, it's always better than just some random woman on the Today Show trying to sell products, because that's what she does for a living. Yeah, enough about that. So, thank you for listening to my first cosmetic blog, and I'm going to go make sure my dogs aren't biting anybody. They don't really do that. Anyways, thank you for listening. If you have any questions, or if you have any like ideas like about this stuff, if you've tried any of these things, like this powder or that comb, let me know. Okay? Thank you. Bye.